Hello, everyone. For NSTV Sports, I'm CJ Baumgartner here in the Physical Education Complex building here at Bemidji State University, and we're joined by Assistant Director of Athletic Media Relations, Colin Boyles. How's it going today, Colin?
It's going pretty good. How about you?
Doing pretty good. So why don't you for those of the people who don't know who are watching at home, what exactly is Athletic Media Relations?
Well, athletic media relations, basically, we kind of are the overseers of media at Bemidji State here with the athletics department. So basically, we kind of have a relation. We deal with media in the local region. We deal with media nationally sometimes if it comes to it. Otherwise, we are updating maybe like websites, doing stats at all the games and the events, and social media. So that's probably one of my favorite parts, is actually the social media aspect of it. But it's basically just everything that encompasses media basically for the athletics department.
So you kind of run Twitter, you run social media. In today's day and age, everybody kind of has their favorite social media accounts when it comes to certain athletic teams and stuff like that. What's your style when you do the social media?
Well, whenever I do the social media, a big account that I look at, or a team that I look at, is Clemson down in South Carolina. So my mom actually went to Clemson, and so that's how I have the tie there. And they have just been kind of revolutionizing the social media game as far as athletics departments go. And so I watch them, and they do a lot of engaging, graphics, video, and I try to do as much of that as I can here. The resources are obviously different, but that's one I look at. And so one of my favorite parts is kind of, especially having a video background, being able to produce that video. And I know all the athletes love it whenever they have a camera around, and so I'm able to kind of bring that side of them to the public and to the fans of each sport. And so it's, I would say for sure that's one of my favorite aspects of it, is the video side.
Yeah, it's very cool. So you guys also have students who work in your department who work as either paid, unpaid, what are their responsibilities?
Well, basically, we have them ranging from working on our website, creating graphics, writing feature stories that we can share with, the rest of the public, to doing stats at games. It's kind of just aware of many hats, really. We try to get them to do as much as they possibly can, to get them well-rounded, and so that they kind of know more whenever they get done with school, that they're able to actually get out and have those different aspects that they've worked with, and so that they're not always just working on one thing or the other. And so we try to, from my side of it, I try to get them to do as much as they can, and not focus on one small task or one detail of one responsibility or anything. But yeah, so I would say we try to get them to do as much around the athletics department as much as I do. I would like them to do as well too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess overall, how long have you been here at Bemidji State University?
I am finishing up my 4th year here. Yep, so I started in September of 2015.
All right, how do you feel that you've grown kind of in this role as athletic media relations, as the assistant director? How do you feel that you've kind of changed, maybe not changed, or what about it?
I mean, I've definitely changed just from the, serving as hopefully a mentor to some of the students that we have here, and being able to be somebody who can be here for them and, bounce questions, ideas, and kind of see what they're aiming to do in their career. Because ultimately, when it comes down to it, this is, something that's helping build their portfolio maybe, or getting them ready for whenever they get their degree and everything. And so I would say that's probably one of the biggest things, hopefully, is that I'm just able to help our student workers build that and to move on to what they're trying to do later after college. And as far as, the working goes, then it's, I try to not change too much, and yet still change some stuff up a little bit. So I love doing that video aspect of it. I just kind of want to keep things consistent, and I know what the athletes and everything here like, so I try to just continue with that and just stay consistent as far as that goes.
All right, well, thank you for taking the time today, Colin Boyles, Assistant Director of Athletic Media Relations here at Bemidji State University. For NSTV Sports, I'm CJ Baumgartner, and we'll kick it back to you guys in the studio.